How are you doing today? Welcome to Fight City Gym Talk. You are here with Eric Wallin, and we are here to talk about the results of my diet last week. So if you remember, I was drinking this plus 2 water bottles. That's 132 ounces of water before I ate any food. Now, the diet was amazing. Let me just say there was a ton of benefits. I felt like I was working out harder, getting less tired. I just felt like my body functioned better. I will say the biggest downside was I was peeing, peeing all the time. So I actually kind of had to plan my day. I felt like an old lady. I was like, oh, I got to plan my day and figure out where the next bathroom stop and bathroom break is going to be. But as far as health benefits are concerned, I felt amazing. I really did. So I felt like it was a detox. I felt like my mind was clear. It was easier to wake up. I was sleeping better, although I did wake up to pee a lot. But when I was sleeping hard. So I would highly recommend this diet to anybody. Total, I lost 5 pounds. I went from 223 to 218 in 1 week. And because I weighed in at the same time in a similar routine, I have to believe that that was a pretty legitimate number. Sometimes people will weigh themselves right after dinner and then weigh themselves in the morning, and they'll be like, "Oh, I lost 5 pounds in 8 hours," and it's like, well, it's not really accurate. But if you weigh yourself at the same time in a similar routine, now we can start to be like, okay, it's not just water weight, it's not just food out of your belly. So I do believe I lost a true 5 pounds by simply drinking over a gallon of water before I ate any food. Now, we got to talk the new diet. So one diet principle I like a lot. I can't I can't just not eat food. I have to have food. And if I get hungry, I get almost like claustrophobic, scared that like I got to eat something now. So being on a diet that restricts the food I eat and restricts the amount of food I eat is hard. I need a couple green lights to where it's like I can eat as much as I want, or I can eat whenever I want. But there's a restriction on the other end somewhere. So the water was a good example. I could eat as much as I wanted, whatever I wanted. I just had to drink the water first. So the water was a stipulation. My new diet, I can eat whenever I want, as much as I want. But the stipulation is it has to be seafood. So I'll probably be eating a bunch of stuff like this, seasoned shrimp, regular shrimp. I've already gotten into it. This stuff's amazing, and I love the fact that I can just eat during the day versus my other diet when I could only eat when that was done. So I'm already being like, oh, this is awesome. Now I've got this huge benefit. I can eat whenever I want. So I went to the grocery store today. I bought a bunch of different types of fish, and the question may be, well, Eric, seafood can still be fattening. Yeah, if you batter it up, if you deep fry it, if you put a lot of creamy sauces on it, it's delicious and it's also fattening. The way I'm going to eat this shrimp is a really good example. I'm just going to shake things onto it, right? Shaking on salt, shaking on pepper. The only thing I won't be shaking on is say like sugar, right? Sugar's out, creamy sauces, a lot of dairy stuff, butter is out. I'll probably squeeze some lemon on it. So basically, I'm taking just pure seafood and putting either shaking on some salt, some pepper, basil, parsley, whatever, just basic herbs and seasonings, and just I'll probably try to get creative within those rules, within those restrictions, and probably a lot of lemon. So that's the new diet. I've already looked into it a little bit. Most of the seafood, 0 carbs, 0 sugar. So my theory is I'm going to be able to still eat a lot. I'm going to be able to enjoy that feeling of like, oh, I'm full. I've eaten a ton of food. But with 0 sugar and 0 carbs, I think I'm about to lose a lot of weight. I would imagine I'll lose more weight on this diet than I did on my water diet. Now, I enjoyed the water diet so much that I still want to drink this, but my whole diet does not hinge on this. I'm going to try to drink one of these per day throughout the day whenever I want as I'm eating seafood, stuff like that. Some might say, Eric, this is going to be an expensive diet. Because yeah, right here was quite expensive. I ran to the store this morning and bought all this stuff. It is, but diabetes is also expensive and insulin is also expensive. So it's, pick your poison. And also fast food if you just go to a fast food and get fast food in the morning for breakfast, get fast food again for lunch, and then eat at a restaurant and you're just kind of eating whatever you want, wherever you want, that can be expensive too. So there's ways to eat healthy and keep it super cheap. And we're going to do some diets later on that are like super cheap diets. And then there's diets that are a little bit more expensive. So don't forget to don't forget to subscribe. Tell me how your water diet went, if you participated in it, and tell me if you're going to do this with us this time. I know some people hate seafood, Tree Brian, but if you don't like seafood, just swap it with something else. Tell yourself like, oh, I'm just going to do a chicken diet where all I eat this week is chicken. So figure it out. Join us on this diet. Tell us how you do, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.